Hello, I am Bez, and this is not a Bezzy board game letter. Can I get a better light? I mean, I guess this would be better, but then I'm not at my table. Is this better? That can sort of work. So, hello, I am in Bangkok. I've just been to the market, Ianakat Market. Now, tomorrow it's going to be New Year in Thailand, so half of the stalls were just closed. The place that sold insects totally ran out. Like, I bought the last ones. It's not like I bought ridiculous amounts, I just spent 50 baht. In case you're unaware, 40 roughly converts at £1 or $1 or €1. And if you're elsewhere, do the maths yourself. But I want to tell you about some of the things that I bought from the market. And I'm going to do it. Oh yeah, what is a mukbang? A mukbang, I believe, is when someone eats stuff on a stream. And that is what I am doing. Whoa, that's really dirty. Wow. I guess the bottom of those bags was really dirty. Okay, so this is sticky rice. This cost me 10 baht, which is like 25 pence. I'm just going to miss all these cheap treats. I'm going to be a bit sad. Oh my gosh, it's two bits of sticky rice. Look, do you see that? It's like two parcels. It's not just one big one. It's like two wrappings of sticky rice. Okay, maybe I should have brought a knife or something to let me leave that half for later. Okay, let's see how this is. I am super excited. What's going on? Is this going to be a disappointment? Okay, so we've got a giant banana leaf. I'm unwrapping it, and we've got the sticky rice. The sticky rice with, okay, let me level with you. If you want to know everything that you're eating in a foreign country, sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes I just ask them what I said, this glai mai, which means is it banana? And then they said chai. Ani glai, and I can't remember what they said, but so it's another word. And it seems to be red beans. That's what I'm eating here. That's decent sticky rice. It's got the taste, it's got the texture, it's got a little bit of sweetness. I am thinking, if this was banana sticky rice, it would be even better. You know what? I'm going to save the other quarter, and I'm going to move on to the banana sticky rice. Oh my gosh. So this is a banana sticky rice. So you've got it tied up by... and you get two little pouches for 10 baht. That's like 25 pence. I can't imagine like what I could get in the UK for 25 pence. Like I just go to, wait a minute. That's the same. I was expecting it to be banana. This is some sort of red beans as well. I am not down with this. This is disappointment. Checking the other one. No. I was told this would, I'm sure that guai is banana. And I asked specifically guai mai, and then they said chai, which means yes. And then see, look, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not the banana sticky rice, which is what I really wanted. Let me open the last one. Let's just double check. Are they all the same? What do you reckon? Will this be all the same? Regardless, this is going into the fridge, maybe for tomorrow, maybe for a snack. Because it's New Year tomorrow, and I hear that more places are going to be shut. Okay, this is the same. It is red bean sticky rice. Oh, mmm. There's banana in the middle. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Check this out. Like, that's the sort of surprise and delight I can get behind. You see it and then you think, whoa, this isn't going to be banana. I thought there was going to be banana. And then he eats it and it's like, there is banana. There's banana in the middle. That's amazing. And it's not like a normal Western banana. Can you see that? It's like a sort of pink banana. Mm. 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 That is very, very good. And I basically I just ate 1.5, and like that's, I mean, I'm not eating much today. This is basically my breakfast at like 6 o'clock or whatever. But yeah, just give me 30 seconds. That was so blooming good. I'm totally on board with this. Okay. This is a chicken. It's a dead animals thing. We've also got this, which is like chung fung prawn. And we've got this. Let me show you what's going on here. So, again, I don't know what this is. I was told it's vegetables. It's clearly deep fried. They even gave me one to taste. And like after I tasted one, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. It's clear unhealthy. I could like walk away now, but they're only asking for 30 baht, like 75 pence. I can afford that. And yeah, that is so blooming good. So I've also got this wee bag. Quite often when they give you sauce, Thai people seem to be the masters, I want to say this, of putting things in a plastic bag, like with a little rubber band on, and then there is a trick. I never quite get it right. I mean, basically, they will serve soup in a bag, and then you just take it home, and you know it's not going to leak because they are the masters of putting an elastic band around a bag. They are the masters of putting an elastic band around the bag to ensure that no liquid comes out. And don't you let anyone tell you otherwise. If you want that done, yeah, I'm sure you could find many people to do that for you in Thailand. Okay, let's check it out. What is this sauce? And does it make these mysterious deep fried bits of vegetables more tasty? It's sort of a sweet soy sauce, a little bit of spice, a lot of sweetness. For the record, I think the two flavors that Thais normally go for, this might be some racist, but it's basically spicy, sweet. Like if you buy meat on a stick on the side of the street, like you can buy a couple of sticks for 20 baht, like 50 pence, you get a bunch of little pork balls or whatever, and then they will ask you, Ani one, ani pek, which means this one's spicy, this one's sweet, and then you choose. And I always go for the spicy because at least spicy is less bad for you. I know that in theory it can give you digestive issues, but this is also pretty gosh darn tasty too. But this is on the sweet side of the spectrum. You've got that crunch, you've got a little bit of spice, you've got like a little bits of sharpness. I'm almost getting like oniony, spring oniony flavor in that sauce. So blooming good. Now, because we're in a hot country, I can't just leave this out. So I'm going to puts it in the microwave, because at least the microwave seals shut. Do you know what I mean? I'll be back. The microwave, it is my storage space. So let's see. And hello to the one person on Twitch, and hello to anyone watching on Twitter, and I think that's it. So let's move on. Okay, I've seen this chicken place loads of times. They serve a variety of chicken pieces. Every single piece is 10 baht, so like 25 pence each. And they all have these fancy sauces. So let's see if I can remember what they all are. I think this was the super spicy one. Hello! Am I allowed to? Oh, wow, that is spicy. They did say pek mak, which means very spicy, as opposed to pek noi. But am I allowed to use your, how's it on my side of the world? It is hot. I have the air conditioning on. The air conditioning is blasting me at like a gentle 30 degrees. Such a relief. Like outside, it's been about 37 today, which is just too much. I think for me, 35, 34, like that's fine. But once it's 36, 37, that's just way too much. So I am confirming that when the Thai people say pet mak, which means really spicy, they really do mean spicy. Thank you very much, Mike. That's lovely to hear. That was well worth the 10 bahts or 25 pennies. I am going to, so for those who don't know, I decided I'm going to come back to the UK end of the month. I want to be back for the UK Games Expo. How long have I been there now? Since 14th of December? Something like that, however long that is. January, February, March, April. 4 months. So I'll be back at the end of this month because I really want to go to UK Games Expo. I would, and there's 2 things at the start of May. Okay, this one, that's a honey glaze on this chicken. Oh my gosh, this honey is so good. Like, again, like if this market was open every day, I would not have bought this much, but it's only open on Mondays and Fridays, and I just want to make that clear. Yes, I spent a lot. I spent about 350, basically double, which is about almost £10. But yeah, some of the stuff I'll eat over the weekend. Some of the veggie, some of the fruits I'll keep for a while. And I wanted to try all the things going on at this chicken store. So, I think this might be garlic, but the garlic is very, how can I put this, subtle. Like normally, if you're eating on the side of the streets, and yes, you do got to treat yourself sometimes, I really appreciate that. And much love. I'm going, what was I saying? Oh yeah, on the side of the street, for anyone who's unaware, there's normally 4 or 5. I love that. So I'm going to put that up. That is what makes life worth it. I mean, hopefully not just the eating of dead animals. Honestly, if I could have more vegetarian, vegan food here, I would. But it is very incredibly meat-focused, let's say. The garlic one is good. I'm going to have lots of half-eaten chicken pieces. And this is not just chicken wings or chicken legs. This is like proper chicken fillets. I mean, for 10 bahts, I still, coming back to the UK, it's put me in the mindset of, wow, I really need to appreciate what's amazing about here, which is the cheap food, the prices. Oh yeah, I was talking about the dips. So Mike and everyone else listening. Oh, by the way, this relatively subtle taste. I mean, picnoy, as the Thais might say, which means slightly spicy, but definitely not as spicy as the other one. I probably should have worked it up. And by the way, bear in mind that this is someone who says, oh, I need my pick, I need wasabi, my pick, which means the wasabi isn't spicy at all. So whatever you count as a treat, a walk, coffee book, whatever gives you a lift. Yeah, I love that. And I noticed today I don't know if I'm going to get back to work after this or if I'm going to just watch a video and then sleep and then try to do a couple of things in the morning. But getting out on my bike, just cycling down to the market, a cycle for me is such an affirming experience. The self-powered propulsion, turning your feet, like you don't really turn your legs, like, you know what I mean, pedaling, and then you go and then you think, wow, and then like for a few seconds I overtook a motorcycle and then like they overtook me again. And also my heart was going very fast when I got that fast. Okay, let's try this wasabi one. That is okay. I understand, like in comparison to the first one that I ate, why they would say it's not spicy, but it is still wasabi. It's like not just wasabi on it. It's like a creamy wasabi-based sauce, and there is definitely some heat here. But man, that is so good. Oh yeah. I was talking about dips. So on the side of the street, you can eat in proper buildings with where you go in and then there's like an actual door and maybe a fan or air conditioning. And you'll spend a bit more. You'll spend like, I don't know, 100, 200 maybe on a meal, which in UK money, I guess that's about £3, £5, £3 or £6. Anyway, or you can just find a place on the side of the street where they've got the tables and then you don't have any air conditioning. So you've got to be a bit hotter and you might be sweating but then you get a nice meal for maybe 50 baht, which is about £1.25. And then you always get about 4 different spices. You'll usually get sugar. Thais love sweet stuff. Like some people will just spoon sugar onto anything they're eating. That's one. The other option is dry chili. You know, you can just dry chili on stuff. Another option, and this you don't get everywhere, but you might get peanuts. Like in the better, like I love that. I just spoon on the peanuts. And then lastly, this is my favorite. Chilies and vinegar. So you've got chilies pickled in vinegar, takes a bit of the edge off, but you've still got the spiciness of the chili, you've got the sourness of the vinegar, it works so well. And then beyond that, sometimes you've got the option of like other spicy sauces, sometimes you've got like nampla, which means fish water. It's kind of like a mixture between Worcester sauce and soy sauce, I guess. And normally in the fish water, well, they call it now, in that sauce, they normally put in chilies as well. But yeah, that's the things that you find on the side of the road. Now for the final chicken tasting. This one was meant to be pet noi, which means a little spicy. That is perfect. Wow. That's like a barbecue flavor. There's some sweetness. There's definitely some heat. Wow, there's definitely some heat. But this is, again, No way I can finish this, especially with all the other stuff I bought. I'm thinking this one should probably go into the fridge. Stop the ants from getting it. I'll be back in about 20 seconds. I'm out of sight, but I still exist. I still exist. And now you can see me again. So, hello again, people. And hello, I see someone's on Facebook. I hope you're well, whoever it is. And I want to talk to you about these things. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what they were called, but this one was just called kung, which means prawn. You can see there's a wee prawn there, right? So there's lettuce, there's cucumbers, there's a prawn on the top. Again, yeah, this one was 10 bahts as well. I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be honest. In any case, I do need to drink something. Drinking some water because it's hot. Drinking water is good. Water. For the record, you're not meant to drink the tap water in Thailand. I mean, you can. Like, it's probably not going to kill you. It just might, give you tummy problems, and you might end up going to you might end up with diarrhea or something. And if you're here on a holiday, you probably don't want that. So this second one, now I know what that means. So I read a word, I can read now. I mean, I can read Thai, not just English, and also can read a tiny bit of Farsi and Japanese. It's like, I was trying to learn Korean, but didn't get very far. But I think this was called, no, I can't remember. So this is some sort of dried fish on the top. Like, it tastes like, I don't know, like, that kippers, mackerel, maybe something like that. Like, it's, again, got the cucumber, it's got the lettuce down there. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I think this one I should finish tomorrow because I'm not sure it will be good 2 days from now. Okay, this other one was something prawn. So what's going on here? I still have no idea. There's not a prawn in it. Is that meant to be, again, maybe one day, maybe in, like, honestly, it's probably going to take a couple of years to learn all the names of the ingredients to be able to say, oh, what is this? And then they'll tell me, oh, this is like prawns. And I can ask, oh, is this minced prawns? Or I don't know the word for minced. I know the word for prawns. I know the word for chicken or egg or pork. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of these. That's going to be my... Oh, I missed out on the spicy sauce. I'll leave that on the side and go to the fridge. Give me 15 seconds. Okay, just actually, let me show you the full packet. So, oh, yeah, I probably should go to bed after this. All these long dans, this is kind of like lychee, but it's a little bit less sweet. I'm not really selling it, but like, honestly, these are not quite as nice as lychee. They're kind of more watery, they're not as strong a flavor, but they're still refreshing, they're a nice dessert. And that bag, guess how much it was? Like, I was surprised at the price. So they told me there was a sign saying 50 baht. And I asked, Nun kilo 50 baht? No, I said, Nun kilo hasit baht? Yeah, that's a good description. Like big grapes, I like that. I'm going to. Yeah, you see that? You've got to peel it. That is actually really nice. I mean, again, it's not like it's got about as much flavour as a grape. It's sweeter. It's got a big seed in the middle, which, as it happens, my teeth cracked. That's a little seed. And I'm having the other one. So yeah, guess how much it was. Guess how much all of this was. So I'm going to tell you, but you can, if you guess quickly, you can. So I asked him, Nun kilo hasit baht? 50 pence. You are spot on. This was 20 baht. 20 baht for all of this. Is that not amazing? And yeah, I'm just... So there are expensive fruits here. Like grapes are ridiculously expensive. They can cost 100 for a bunch. That's like £2.50. Apples are like 50 pence currently. A couple of months ago, they were £1. I've definitely seen a change in the weather. I've definitely seen a change in the price of things. I've also definitely seen a difference in the price from a fruit shop, which is always there and is priced for convenience, and they kind of overcharge you, if I'm being honest. Or you've got the market, or on the other extreme, you've got the back of the vans. And this, it's not like everything's kind of like they don't pay a license for a shop, or so some restaurant owners get really annoyed by the street food because they don't bother with like health and safety and all that. Anyway, oh, thank you very much. That is lovely of you to say. Lots of love to you. But yeah, I was saying, the back of the vans, they basically only sell one thing on the van. It will be like, those American style, got big walls on the side, and then the front they just take down, and then it's like, okay, we've got a few hundred coconuts here. Buy these coconuts for 10 bahts each, like 25 pence. That day, let me tell you, I bought about 9 coconuts, and I had maybe 3 or 4 the first day, 3 or 4 the second day, and then the third day they were starting to taste a little bit sour, but they were still pretty good. I mean, they were still more fresh than any coconuts I've ever had in the UK. And if you see a van, like, the key thing is you need to pay attention. Like, if you hear dring, 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 that's the ice cream person and ice cream street. But yeah. Long time, good stuff. Mike, do you want to come to UK Games Expo? I'm assuming the answer is no, but while you're here, I do want to ask you explicitly. And I'm also going to get more water, and then I will show you the last 3 things that I bought. Okay, the last 3 things I bought. But first, water. I actually spoke to a friend today, another friend. I mean, I'm kind of speaking to Mike, and if anyone else wants to join the conversation, please do. But speaking to my friend Cole today, and I said to them, I'm going to enjoy the lack of ants and being able to put something like dry goods in a cupboard, or like even when I've opened a pack of crisps. Currently, what I do is if I open a pack of crisps, I put it in the fridge. Like, those beds would kill me. That's understandable. That is understandable. Okay, listen. I want to show you the last three things I bought. Firstly, this. This cost me 100. So this was, how can I put this? 100 makes £2.50. And hello, Oliver. Lovely to see you. So we have passion fruit juice. This is all freshly squeezed. And then we've got, that's 20. This is pomegranate juice. Again, freshly squeezed. That one's 30. These ones, I don't know what they, like one of them's kind of avocado and something else. And the other one, I don't know what this fruit is. I think it's called custard apple, but I genuinely don't know. Am I going to open up one of these? Maybe not, but like pomegranate juice, totally fresh, passion fruit juice, and this for 100, £2.50. That's amazing. Next, since I'm just showing you all my samples, I will show you these insects, since that's the when I went and finished the insects. So this is a lit. Can you see that? It's good quality. So these are fried insects. They put, how can I put this? They put a little bit of seasoning on them. I'm not quite sure how healthy it is given that they are fried. It's a good source of protein. And to my mind, like, this is so delicious. And it's a weird psychological thing, but these are not cockroaches. They are, I don't know, grasshoppers, crickets, whatever. Can I get this in more focus? Maybe if I move my head out the way, it will focus on these. It's not working. Sorry for my terrible camera work. I'm just going to say, if you've not had insects before and you're wondering, what do they taste like? Kind of meaty, kind of doughy, chewy, very crunchy. It's like, I mean, almost like the batter on a fish, but if that bat, like mixed with beef jerky, I don't know. Very crunchy, yeah, for sure. I have had some honey chili ones. I mean, these are not slathered in flavor the way that an insect might be in the UK. But like, there is a little bit of flavoring. I'm going to put the rest of these in the fridge and they will last a few days. Now, finally, I want to share with you this. It's a donut. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, the insects were 50 baht, so like £1.25 for all of them. And oh my gosh, oh, that's not good. When things are falling off and especially with It will be fine. So this is like a chocolate donut with nuts on it. There is a good amount of sweetness. It's not overpoweringly so. And I will say that in Thailand, most sweets that I've had are no sweeter than the sweetest main courses. Do you get what I mean? Same for the ants. Are you saying the ants are very crunchy? I mean, the ants aren't really big enough to have a crunch. I think I need to wipe the floor because I spilt a tiny bit. But yeah, that's the end of all the stuff I bought. If I'm being honest, I go out there and I just think, wow, there's so much stuff, it's so cheap. And I am definitely privileged coming from a Western country to Thailand where it's much cheaper cost of living. And then I think, okay, I could buy that sweets, I could buy that. And the limiting factor isn't my wallet, although admittedly, if I go to a fine dining establishment, I could run out of money very fast. But if I'm going to a normal market, if I'm on the side of the street, I have had multiple meals, like just because I've had a workout and then I've gone to have dinner and then I've been like, I'm still I could eat more. Let's just go somewhere else, like just down 50 meters down the street and eat again. And like this market is kind of an extension of that. Oh no, that's a big mosquito. I don't want that stinging me tonight. No, I didn't quite get it. I am a brutal mosquito killer, except not a very efficient one. Anyway, that is all the chat I've got about Thai food. If you've watched this and how far is the market from me? Here in a cat market, Google Maps doesn't show cycle routes because it doesn't want to be liable for people killing themselves on a bike because it's deemed too dangerous by Google Maps to cycle. So if you walk, then maybe 25 minutes, I guess. But if I cycle, which I do, because I believe that the risk is worth my feeling of empowerment and autonomy and just the rush of going down. You need to be careful. You need to understand the streets. I would not recommend anyone cycle in Bangkok unless you've been here for maybe a month, at least a few weeks. Take a few motorcycle rides around, get to know how everything works, get to understand how the traffic moves. Because in the UK, the traffic is so regimented. Like it's all cars and they're all driving down their lanes. And then sometimes they overtake and then they move into the other lane. Like in Bangkok, there are more motorcycles than any other type of vehicle, I think. Certainly actively on the road. Like the motorcycles are the working vehicles. The cars are, okay, we will go there, and like sometimes there are taxis which are on the road for quite a bit, but sometimes it's just rich folk kind of be like, yeah, I got a car. You like my car? Hey, I got a car. Anyway, so the point is that once you've been in, if you come to Bangkok, if you were to come to Thailand, I would strongly recommend getting Bolt, which is an app which allows you to pay for taxis. Oh yeah, I was answering the question. The market is about 6 minute cycle. That's what I'm going to say. From the time I've unlocked my bike, I've gotten on my bike. Okay, now it's going to be 6 minutes until I'm on the other end. Oh, also, I want to tell you about thievery and bike stealing in Bangkok. Like it just doesn't happen in the same way. Like someone said to me, oh yeah, if your bike was really expensive, you should be properly locking it. But No, and I've seen so many bikes on the side of the street just unlocked. Like, I've looked carefully. I've not actually touched the bikes, so it could be that there's something I'm not seeing, but no one steals stuff. Like, it's just not done in, like, I'm not saying don't worry about thievery. Like, obviously, you need to have your wits about you. Obviously, you need to be aware of the potential, but I've got a cheap bike. I paid about 2,800, 3,000, 60, £75. I paid £75 for my bike. It's a second-hand bike. Like, some of the gear thing snapped in half at one point. It's fine. It still works. I put it back together, and like, it stopped working twice, but then I kind of just go to the side of the road and then fix it. And yeah, it's a shitty bike. Pardon my language. It's not the best bike. But again, I just went to the market, left the bike on the side, didn't bother locking it because the chance of it being stolen is so minimal. And like, I wouldn't leave a phone, I wouldn't leave just cash lying around, but I think it is a relatively safe place in terms of, like, there's far fewer, I feel like there's far fewer violent crimes, there's less stealing, it's good stuff. I mean, I'm really feeling like, although, as I said, I'm going to be back in the UK in blimey, how many days? 70, like just over 2 weeks. I'm going to be back in the UK, and I'm looking forward to some certain events. I'm looking forward to going to Norwich and to Herefordshire for conventions. I'm looking forward to someone's wedding. I'm looking forward to the whole UK Games Expo thing. But there will be stuff I miss for sure, like the cheap food, like the donuts that's 12 baht, and I take one bite out of it, and honestly, like, at 12 baht, that's what? Sorry, 6, 24, 30 pence. I might eat half of it and then end up just chucking the rest away. I know that seems wasteful, and like, if I lived with someone else, I'd be like, oh, do you want to cut this in half or something? But again, I am like this spoiled Westerner coming to Thailand where things are such a small fraction of the price that I'm just enjoying it for now. And I hope that you've enjoyed being part of this journey with me. I'm going to kind of wind down and sing goodbye, but it's lovely to see you. And unless anyone else has any questions, I'm going to say, this is coming up to the end of the show. This is coming up to the time that I will go. Bye bye, bye bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye bye, bye bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye bye, bye bye. This is the end of the show. Bye bye, bye bye. And now it's time to go. Bye bye, bye bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye bye, bye bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye bye, bye bye. This is the end of the show. Bye bye, bye bye. And now it's time to go. Lots of love and bye bye. Bye bye.